All right, I'm here with the new state champion, head coach Paul Collins, assistant head coach, former head coach, I don't know what his title is,
Vice President
Guru.
in charge of wrestling operations.
Vice President in charge of wrestling operations. CEO of Oak Park Wrestling, Husky Wrestling Family, and all those titles, Mike Powell. Guys, you guys are having a good time over here celebrating again. Just starting with you, Coach. You got the job done again against all odds, and you got an extra title tonight, 2 for 1, right. #1 team in the country.
Right, which is pretty great. You know, one thing we talk about is the senior leadership that we have every single year. You know, we talked about our guys being leaders like Amante and Devontae and these guys we had last year, and they stepped it up when we needed it most. Max Metzger with a huge win, you know, like Coach Powell said earlier, biggest win of his career, and in his final moment, and they bumped up a guy, you know, hoping they could steal one, and he did a great job of shutting that guy down and getting to his attacks. And you know, Ben Bergen, Adam Lemke-Bell, Savon Benetti, Alex Madrigal, you know, the seniors that stepped on the mat and represented themselves tonight, represented themselves the way we want them to. So, you know, things don't necessarily change year in and year out. You know, it's another title that we won, and we're very excited about it. We're more excited for these seniors, the way they went out and the way they handled themselves.
Coach Powell, when you hear the name Blair, St. Ed's, Wyoming Seminary, they now have to say Oak Park River Forest in that same breath. You kind of started this whole thing rolling, even though you weren't the first coach ever. But 2004, when you came in the room, 2005, did you ever envision this day?
Yes.
I like that, plain and simple. So this was all part of the master plan.
This was part of, yeah. I didn't know we'd ever get this good, but yeah, we were planning. We sat down and put a 5-year plan together, and 4 years later we won the state title. And that was the vision and the mission, and we worked hard. You know, there's a lot of things that went into this, and you know, I'm just very honored to have been a part of it, and you know, credit really doesn't belong to me. It belongs to a lot of people, from fundraising to people. You know, we have 2 non-for-profits that people started for us out of the goodness of their heart. And,
wow.
You know, watching him, you know, come out of college and grow up, and you know, I'm gonna get, you know, choked up. He's like a brother to me, little big brother, but
younger.
You know, I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of the job he did this year. I'm very proud of the way he rallied our team in the last month, and I'm very proud of the team, and the coaches. You know, this is an amazing group of coaches.
Well, and Coach, that is a fantastic team you got there. I'm sitting here looking at the lineup, and I'm trying to figure out, when is Sandberg going to get really in the duel? And that's no scrub team over there. Those Eagles, as we all know, they're legendary with their own Hall of Fame coaches. You know, you've just built this monster. How do you keep it going now? Because we're going to talk about dynasties. You know, there's Leiden and Providence and Mount Carmel and all, you know, Tilden, all these dynasties. And now Oak Park is a dynasty. But how do you keep it going?
You know, I think the much like the blueprint, the plan that Coach Powell talked about. You know, when it all started 04, 05, and he took over, and he talked about that he wanted this to be a nationally ranked team, and a team that could win a national championship. And he and a lot of other people have worked tirelessly for that. And I think there's a foundation there that it's not just going to go away. You know, we may not be, you know, contending for a national championship spot every single year, but I think we're going to be in the running for, you know, state championships, placing in the top 4. And a big part of that is not necessarily because of, you know, obviously the talent is there, but the fact that these kids buy into what we're talking about. And we talked a lot about this week about coachability and allowing yourself to buy in something bigger than yourself. And a lot of these guys, even though we didn't finish the way we wanted to at individual, you know, they turned around right away and got after it. And I think moving forward, that's what we do. We continue to get guys to buy into the blueprint that we have. You know, drink the Kool-Aid, if you will.
Right.
And
the orange and blue Kool-Aid.
Absolutely, it's the most delicious kind.
I'm going to tell you a little story here. I'm sitting right here, and Jeremy Powell gives Kamal Bay the bag. He's got a little orange bag, and I said, "What is that?" He said,
"Candy." No, he said it's the Michael Jordan juice from Space Jam.
Exactly what he said.
Space Jam.
And I'm like, and then Kamal goes out there 10 seconds later, and it was unreal. So
and gets inside trip by me. I hope you guys got that on camera. That was nasty. Hey, you know, I want to add one thing to what Paul said, and Paul has really helped me focus on this year.
and bring it back to our original kind of mission. And the reason we celebrate our seniors, their collective GPA has got to be 3.7. It's an amazing group of kids.
Wow.
They have used the greatest sport in the world as a vehicle to grow into men. And you see Alex Magical or Bryce Scott or Andrew Bergdorf going to the Naval Academy, valedictorian, Lemke Bell, any of these guys, they're all awesome kids. This kid Newman that we threw out there in the final match, he earned that.
Right.
Okay.
He has busted his butt in our room. And we love Isaiah White and Kamal and Larry, but our program is built on Jack Newman and Noah Hauser and the other seniors. And it's more important to us, whether we win or lose, that we're putting out good character. Kids and kids that are driven, and focused and goal oriented, and going places, and can look back at their wrestling career and say that's a room I grew up in.
Well, Coach, I know you guys got to get out of here. I saw the lady say that there's a big party going on in Oak Park. I heard about the one last year.
I'm gonna get my two drink limit.
It's in Forest Park.
But, I'd be remiss without mentioning that I noticed, I spent a little time watching you today, and you seemed a lot more relaxed. Now, you're still intense, as was documented on the internet last week. I don't know if you know about that, but you were documented. But anyway, you seemed a little bit more relaxed with this guy driving the car and you in the passenger seat. Physically, from your physical challenges that you've experienced, and we don't have to go back, they can go look you up on the internet, but do you feel more relaxed? What's your different role?
Yes, I've tried hard to not be too pushy and not be too alpha. This, like I said, he's like a younger brother to me, and he's had to tell me to.
Unless you see those guys not making the call they're supposed to make.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't, I don't want to touch on that.
It's great. That's coaching.
I wouldn't change that for the world. But
you have to be you.
But I just had a son, and things have been put into perspective.
You have a new son?
My first.
Oh, congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Appreciate it.
All right, and his name is?
Harry James Powell II, named after my father.
Will he be a wrestler?
He's gonna be whatever he wants. He's gonna be good at something.
Options. You got options.
I don't care what. He could be the best cellist in the world, but you better train hard, right? Well, so, things have been, that's created a lot of perspective for me, and I'm happy in my role as an assistant. And I'm trying to embrace it and do. When he tells me stop walking on the blue, I have to stop walking on the blue.
He's head coach.
Hey, last year I told him shut up, sit down. This time when he tells me I have to sit back down. So.
He pretends to listen like the kids.
Well, guys, I'm going to let you guys get out of here to the party.
Yeah.
Security's kicking us out of here after they first made us wait.
Hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay.
Well, but you guys first made us wait, and then they kicked us out. But that's okay. They got a job to do, too. I bet you he doesn't have to drive as far as we do in the snow, though.
Matt, we want to say thank you to Matmen for all their coverage and all their hard work for you guys.
Absolutely.
And thanks for always keeping the posts about us that are, terrible up. We appreciate it. I'm kidding.
Well,
but
just so we need some,
all you guys do for wrestling is great.
We have watchdogs. Larry Early the third, Mac Bowl, the second. Larry,
the Deuce.
The Deuce. But it's all in good fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. State champs, #1 team in the country. Congratulations, great job. And I guess we'll be back here next year, right? You got about 30 guys coming back?
We got a few.
We're doing all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.